You gonna watch Avatar? I did. I did watch Avatar 2. It was a really good movie from a visual perspective. It was a masterpiece. It's probably the prettiest movie I've ever seen in my life. I saw it in IMAX 3D, and I was quite happy with it. Now, the problem is the plot was very eco-hippie, dances with wolves, Ferngully, but this time we're going to do it in sea. And the humans were compressed down to a stereotype. There are three things that bother me always. First, when you take a modern military modeled after the US military and you treat them as incompetent yahoos who are super machismo. Okay, if you're a space force in a modern military, you're an elite unit. I have guards and they're Green Berets and they're other things. They're quiet professionals. They're super well trained. And that's in the 21st century. We're talking about future, where they have future training. Okay, those people are going to be exceedingly talented people. And also, they're going to have really good technology. Like there's this one scene where they got ambushed in the forest. Well, they've operated in that theater for decades. They understand it very well. Why don't they have drones? Why can't the drones have sophisticated optics and create a perimeter around where they're at? We have those today in the 21st century, and you can't do that then. So that it just the military side made no sense at all. Zero, zilch. Second, the humans had no motivation other than just be evil. They literally had fucking whalers in the movie. So they're trying to get this whale chemical that makes people live forever. Well, why can't they make it in a lab? Why did it have to be there? And if they do have to use the creature to make it, why are they whaling? They've already been able to grow Na'vi. Why couldn't they grow these whales in a lab? It sure as hell beats going into the wild. You just create accelerated aging and you create millions of fucking vats on Earth. You don't have to ship it for 30 years to get back to the planet, for heaven's sake. But no, whaling bad. We have to drive that message home. And then they say, well, colonization. That makes no sense. You're going to go and colonize a planet that has a toxic atmosphere, lower the gravity than Earth, in a different solar system when you have all these satellite bodies in the solar system. If you have the capacity for interstellar travel, you have the capacity to build a Dyson sphere, which means you have unlimited energy. So none of that shit made any sense. You know, it would have been much more sensical if you made the humans multidimensional, proper military tactics and strategy. Get some consultants who aren't stupid Hollywood writers who have actually served military, understand how these things work, and say, how would you react to these situations? Help them write it so you can think through how they could defeat that, because there's still plenty of things they could do to do that. Or you give the Na'vi a capability to defeat something, but you have to think it through. Second, give the humans a real motivation. Like, here's an example. This unobtainium. Instead of just it's a resource and we're pillaging the poor Ferngully, maybe humans are in an interstellar conflict with another species, and the unobtainium is the only thing to power a weapon system that they need to win the war. So humans are fighting a battle for extinction. If they lose, the entire race gets destroyed, Earth gets destroyed. So then suddenly every person in Pandora is not there because they're a capitalist, greedy asshole who just wants to destroy the environment. They're there because they want to literally save the human race. So it's an us versus them thing. And you can kind of see it from the human perspective. But you also can kind of see it from the Na'vi perspective, where you're like, well, if you do this to us, you're going to destroy our world. So you're destroying our world for your world. So then it's a little bit more ambiguous and a little bit more nuanced. No, can't do that. We can't even come up with anything like that. It has to be capitalism is bad. Apparently space whalers are a thing. I read some Futurama, whalers on the moon. And we're going to colonize this planet, which, by the way, would just kill everything on it. If you change the atmosphere to oxygen, all the creatures will die on the planet because that's the only way you can make it livable for humans. So why don't they just nuke the whole fucking planet from orbit then? Just use, very, very high radiation, fast half-life bombs and irradiate the entire planet, kill all the life off of it, and then just use these nanobots to rebuild the whole planet with the unobtainium to power all of them. See, they don't think, and it's just James Cameron wanted to tell the same story again and again and again. And so from a plot perspective, no, it's absolutely terrible. And, but you don't watch it for the plot. You watch it because it's eye cocaine. Okay. It's just, you can't get enough of it. You got pretty fish and they're coming at you and it's so beautiful and it's so pretty. And it's state of the art stuff. And it's just cool. And you're transformed into a different reality. So if you suspend disbelief, you're not watching for a plot and you're okay with Dances with wolves had sex with the abyss, had sex with Ferngully, and created some weirdo love child, then okay, we're good.